somebody play it. What's going on, guys?
What up, gang? How y'all doing? Y'all alive? Look at me just maximize stuff. I'm gonna talk a bit quieter.
There you go. We'll sit up too. We need energy.
I look like trash. Oh, just say it. Just come out and say it.
This should give time for people to jump in. We got a couple minutes. We're going to try something we've never done before, so we'll see how it goes. We're going to attempt to live stream the reveal through our computer. So I'm going to lock the door so nobody interrupts us here.
We're gonna try something we've never done before.
Yeah,
it's the No CJ Short Joke 24-hour challenge.
Anyway, so we're gonna try some stuff out. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, so we're gonna just roll with it. We're gonna see how it plays out. So I'm going to
boom, boom, boom,
jump over.
Boom, 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 baseball.
What happens if I go like this? I can still see.
Whoa,
it makes it a little smaller. Huh?
It's doxing your. It's doxing your favorite tab. They're gonna see that you're responsible in doing things.
What?
Yammering. You're on mic. Would you say you're mic'd up?
What happened?
I just mic'd up CJ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We should do that for a live stream. Just like have a mic on him in the background.
We should. We'll see how this audio goes. We're going to need some feedback for anybody that might be in here once we start playing. If there's audio, we had to mute the computer, so we had to see because there was echo. So if that's the case, we'll have to have CJ go put the mic over there.
Oh, yeah. Well, mic moment, baby.
Yeah, so we're going to see where it's actually coming through.
I know it's 10 o'clock for y'all, so you might be getting to work or in a meeting. Yeah, but, you got more important shit to do, honestly.
Yeah. They didn't really say where they're going to broadcast it, so we're going to have the window up and ready for both. Don't see, normally they did a countdown. I don't see a countdown on their YouTube, so we're going to have that up and ready. I have their page here, so we have 10 seconds left. So anybody in the chat, in the room, Squishy, if you're here watching, hello. I said I have to say hi to you 90 times, so there's one. I like Ray and Shelby. Hello as well. All right.
I like how they have hexagons because it's.
Oh, well.
That thing looks good.
All right.
That looks really good.
I don't know if they're doing like a.
It looks like it has rear Brembos.
We'll see if they're doing some live thing here. I don't see anything there, but it literally on their website, it switched over.
Zoom in on that back wheel. Can you do that? Oh, that's a Brembo.
It's Brembo in the
That's the Brembo.
Here we go. I'll play reveal. All right, let's see.
Looks like they got the.
All right. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
Do we have volume, CJ? Oh, well, you should be.
Well, yeah.
Do your job.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how they're doing it. They just have a
bunch of Bs. They still have the L button that doesn't do anything.
So it is a Super B, like we were right. As we thought.
Looks like a different front bumper.
600 horsepower. Rear-wheel drive on the fly. That's pretty cool. That's not impressive.
I do like all the yellow stitching. It's a nice touch.
Not impressed.
Do better.
I mean, we have.
Yeah, it looks like a different front bumper.
Bigger paddles. Okay, so
cool.
They listen because the paddles are
tiny.
Very tiny.
So it's more boost, different rear-wheel drive configuration on the fly.
Guess that's
rear Brembos and front bumper.
Yeah. So
front bumper. The hood looks the same.
Hood looks the same. So we have a minute-long little.
Not the audio on the site. Well,
that's fine. Yeah, you get our beautiful voices. Yeah. We tried. I guess there wasn't a lot to really.
It kind of makes it fair because we also don't have audio.
Yeah, we don't either.
So new seats.
New seats.
Because that looks like carbon. If you go back a bit. Go forward. Right there.
Here, let's start. So, all right, so it's yellow.
Yeah.
Got bees on it. That's not good. Any exterminator.
Yeah.
Stitching, yellow stitching. They showed a black one. All right, so look at the steering wheel since I have one of these. It looks like the only change is that button for rear-wheel drive on the fly. So, yeah, no, I thought they were going to do some live video. It looks like they just posted up a 1-minute YouTube video showing what the reveal was. So, Not really impressed since usually like
Zooming in.
oh,
It
it just looks like a suede seat.
Yeah.
It looks identical to the seats that are in mine. It just looks like it's suede. So again, Tool, slow down. We literally were talking about the steering wheel.
We were?
Yeah, I was literally talking about it. Oh, you goofball. And that L button, that affiliate L button.
But there's a B going towards it, so maybe something.
It keeps it in low gear, so it doesn't, it's really a useless thing for a car. Like how long they got rid of that L? Maybe it's a throwback.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's for going uphill and mud.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. So.
Ooh, wish it was the copper.
Oh yeah. They just said they were revealing, so this is kind of, I guess you can say, one of their most disappointing reveals, I would say.
Yeah,
they have a live one.
It's kind of
just jump over here real quick and see if they
package.
Garbage. That was really sad. We were all prepped and ready for like an hour-long video burnouts. All right, so for those that are jumping in late, they revealed the Super Bee by putting up a 1-minute YouTube video. So we're just kind of going through and kind of playing around with the screens that we can lock in place here. So one of the things they revealed is a rear-wheel drive on the fly button. So right now the way it works is you have to be parked, you have to go to the screen, and then you have to hit a button on the screen to switch it over to rear-wheel drive and then back to all-wheel drive. There is now a button on the steering wheel.
I like it. I mean, it's more driver-friendly. It's less steps to do it. You know what I mean?
No, it's not a V8. It's their highest horsepower Hurricane to date.
They just gave it a little more boost.
Yeah, a little bit. That's all they did. They just turned the boost up. So they said it's 600 horsepower from the 550. So they added 50 horsepower to it. I'm guessing equal torque in the manner they. So we'll skip over to that. The updated seats that Tula wanted to see, the suede Super Bee.
We know they're not the same bolt pattern as the outgoing cars.
Yeah. So shifter button, all the same there.
Do you have what do you call it? Like stitched?
Yes, it's not yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just not yellow. I don't have a big B on the side. Let's see the front fascia. I don't think it looks.
Yeah, it looks a little bit bigger.
It looks a little different.
Yeah, it looks different.
Yeah, it looks like they definitely changed the fascia here.
Yeah. The lower grill for sure.
Yeah, lower grill does. It might be coloring though. Mine is black.
That lower grill, it kind of looks like
GTR.
No, yeah, but it does. Yeah, it's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it! Now you ruined the car for me. I was gonna say it kind of almost gives like the lower grill of a 11 to 14 SRT Charger.
Yeah. I guess. Does this look smaller? The upper grill looks, and the headlights look like they're in further.
Yeah, they kind of do.
All right. So it has a brake and a gas pedal.
Okay, good. Wait.
What?
Standard pedal covers. They don't even give you the special.
Well, you want the rubber grip one. Yeah. It's all rubber.
Brembos.
So there you go. 600 horsepower. And rear Brembos. So those that don't know, there are no rear Brembos right now.
You saw that back bumper. Looks kind of the same.
I'm not going to zoom again. It's fine. You can do that later. We can see it now.
Boost. Brembos on the back.
Yeah.
Like this thing's still a powerful thing.
Which they literally could have done Brembos from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because the electric cars already have them.
Yeah, rear fascia here, side profile. Yeah.
So we have the
Looks
power
the
models.
same. Like another angle of the steering wheel. I can see the paddles, so they are advertising the paddles are
It looks
bigger.
like it extends down.
Yeah.
Too. It's not just like the top.
Yeah, so an actual paddle.
Right.
Back to normal. All the other buttons look the same.
Because it's literally like a Wagoneer button.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, switch the rear wheel on the fly. Oh, they have press OK for peak, so you can see it. Yeah, they're in sport mode. So you see how they didn't advertise like a drag mode?
Yeah. Bummer.
So yeah, the fascia does look different. Absolutely does look different. Hood looks the same, which I know they were showing the different hood.
It looks like it has what do you call it? The optional SRT front splitter.
Yeah.
That came out.
Yeah, for the steam
It's like $800. Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we have the 3.60 to 60 times. So that's impressive for what it is for the weight and for a stock vehicle. Absolutely. Right now, it's like 3.8 or 3.9 to 4.1 is what people are getting in them. Our 6-pack, our 4-door currently runs 3.4s full weight again. So 3.6, it's nice to see they're improving it, and it just shows the capability once we have tuning access.
Yeah.
Of how easy it is just to drop that. So again, for a car, competing with Hellcat times now, that's great. Marty, I think I'm getting a text message from my.
I do like the color. I do like that. Yeah, I'm a fan of that yellow.
Yeah, I do like the wheels. Not gonna lie.
That gloss black look is really good.
It has that extended lip there.
Yeah.
black one in the
That's-
back.
That's definitely different.
That is
That's definitely
definitely
much
mine,
bigger
yeah. So
because they did say 30% more airflow.
They did.
So
Yes. Did we miss over that one earlier?
I think it's coming
Yeah.
up.
I think it's coming up. Obviously, the
More
Super B
bees
badging,
again.
more bees.
That's like bad. Like, because like, what if someone has like, because like AO couldn't have this car.
Yeah, he's allergic.
Yeah, it would kill him immediately.
Right. So yeah, they're showing here, doing the burnout.
Like AO disc.
Yeah. Doing the burnout, and then
Yeah.
it stops, and then they hit the button and switch back to all-wheel
Yeah.
drive.
This is AI slot.
Runs quarter mile 11:08. So the real original advertised time was 12:1, 12:2 for a stock 6-pack. We backed that up. Ours did do a 12:1 with some practice. So 11:8. Obviously, it's cool to have an 11-second car from the factory.
Yeah, especially a straight 6 that
Right.
decent gas mileage. Like
Yeah.
it's just becoming more and more of a easy car to convince your wife that hates all your cars.
Yeah, I would agree. So yeah, 11:8. Again, ours is running 11.3s, 11.4s in the quarter full weight. So again, it'd be cool. Now the good thing is, if I were to buy this and I transfer all of my modifications over, it would actually translate into 3/4 tenths quicker out of the gate, which means we might be able to hit our 10-second quarter mile.
Yeah,
Because of the computer changes they have.
right. Because the JV4 kind of piggybacked off the stock computer. So
Right.
seeing that this stock computer has a more aggressive factory calibration. Because
Right.
they didn't announce any parts. They didn't tell you like, oh, refined turbo or something.
Right.
It's gonna be in the tune.
It's all true.
So
we know it's
yeah.
that easy, and they kind of.
I'll prove the trans tune actually.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's ready for more. So
Yeah, they gave it 50 more horsepower, so they might have it a little bit more aggressive, where it's going to respond even better to the JV4.
Yeah,
because I was just thinking about like, oh, is it going to be like the same end all horsepower, but maybe not with more aggressive settings.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. I think we can get to 10.
Yeah.
I really think we might be able.
All right,
to
well, who wants to buy?
yeah, ours is for sale.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get the Super V. Let's just.
I need a daily.
High squishy.
I need a
What number's that? Like 80. High squishy. She got new glasses.
You did?
Cute little rainbow glasses. Oh, adorable.
Are they like squares or like little Harry Potter circle frames?
No, they're bigger
Okay.
ones. Yeah, they gotta rest on her cheeks. So that black, it looks like that black and yellow.
Like,
Alternate, so you can see the yellow stripe. So sadly.
Oh wait, you know what? It's probably a good thing we don't have audio because I think during
It's going to be that song.
it's going to be black and yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, then with that would have hit
yeah,
us with
copyright.
copyright
We're
there.
gonna lose that 32 cents monetization, baby.
Hey,
Get it, gotta get it.
counts.
Gotta get it.
Yeah, so this is, they're talking about 30% more airflow. So it's got to be an updated face.
Oh,
shift.
dude, 100%.
Yeah, you
This
can
is
see.
this is all new. This is
Yeah.
new. This looks a bit bigger. This also kind of looks wider.
It does. We'll have to. We'll get a comparison.
Yeah.
after. It's hard to tell because ours is all black, so it could be
Yeah.
just the color scheme too. But this over here, right on that under where the headlight is, does look bigger.
That front lib's definitely doing it. That looks good on that
Yeah,
car.
I've been seeing the people put the aftermarket one on.
I
there.
like
It
them a
looks
lot.
Really good. Yeah. So you can drift.
Yeah, you can tandem.
Obviously,
You can
yeah.
tandem your
But this is what's
5,500
gonna
pound
suck.
car.
If it only comes in the Super B, you got to pay for all the badging. I'm literally going to take the badging off.
Are you taking like off like the stickers?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I hear
dude,
that.
that's too cool.
I see what they're doing here. It's
Yeah.
probably going to come out in like the multiple colors, like
It shouldn't.
they should do that. Bigger paddles, like we said
Better
earlier.
shift.
So,
Okay,
uh,
okay.
I mean,
Okay.
sometimes it's frustrating when you have a little button instead of an actual paddle. So, I don't think. Well, like I said, they've obviously had to adjust and tweak something. So, here's to see what it could be a red line thing. Maybe they adjusted the red line a little bit too, so it might not be more boost.
That's
So-
true. It looks like the hood's the same.
And the hood does look the same.
We could also talk about that e-boost thing that they had.
Oh yeah,
on
we
the
can
Jeep.
pull that up. Yep. So, fastest, most powerful Super B ever by a twin inline 6-cylinder twin turbo.
Yep.
So,
I love it.
gotta love it.
You wanna?
Head over, let's see if they.
No.
Yeah, they didn't do. They didn't put it.
Do they have the announcement on their YouTube or is it like?
Let's go see. Maybe we're. Yeah, it just
Damn.
live. Nope,
No,
nothing live
no, they
yet.
made us.
They
made us.
literally.
It was just a trim.
It was just it's just a trim. I mean, they got us with just the trim.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Dodge kind of doing what they do best, which is just move on us.
yeah,
Yeah. Still to get beat by a Mustang. Yeah.
I mean, they boosted Mustang.
Yeah.
With what we just saw.
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wants to buy a Magnum? I'm selling that. I'm selling it.
A plum crazy purple, yes, that would be.
Yeah. That
would
would
be
be
a
really good on
seller.
this car.
I think that would be a seller. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can pull up article here. We're doing this.
Which one is it showing? Is it showing this?
No, it's showing the other one. Let's see, offer. We can't see what we're doing, so
Yeah.
Tulo, don't pick your nose.
No, I want to make sure it's not. I'll take Doc Collier's.
Is that what it
It
was?
shows you desperately looking for
No,
E-boost or something.
I thought it was Air Boost.
I thought it was E.
Was it?
Maybe.
We'll just do Grand Cherokee SRT. I mean, this to me was a bigger announcement. Who
Yeah.
should we give props to?
There. The E-boost.
Should we do Mopar Inside?
Oh, it is e-boost air, yeah.
Yeah, e-boost air. So again, there. All right, so we're gonna jump back over since this announcement was kind of lackluster.
Was selling the Magnum Bull. Bro,
So
it made power.
it made power. So what we're looking at here, this was an announcement they made yesterday, which there was no publicity on. Which
Yeah, which is shocking because it looks amazing.
yeah. So you can see over here, there it is, the Super B Pack 600 horsepower. So what you're looking at here in the center of the screen or more towards the left is the Grand Cherokee SRT concept vehicle. So it is Hurricane equipped because when the Grand Cherokee came out, well, you bring SRT back and they said, hold our roof.
No, it'll fit. It'll fit. Why?
So they put it in. So this is equipped with a Hurricane high output, as you see right here. And then they added what they are calling their e-boost. Again, another e-boost out there. So, EcoBoost, e-boost, whatever.
Look at those hose clamps.
Yeah. So you can tell this was done by like a garage that's trying to make a prototype. So I believe they said it took them 7 weeks to get this to where it is with conceptual design. So props again to Mopar Insider. We're on their page. So you can see the bulge in the hood. And basically what the concept is attached to these pipes, there is an electric motor that they say can build 10 psi of boost in 650 milliseconds.
So pretty much immediately.
Yeah, very quick. So the concept of that is it will charge the intake side as the turbos are spooling. So there's going to be a bypass valve that will literally close off, let the turbo spool, and then open, and then it will shut the motor off. And it will allow to basically eliminate turbo lag. But also on the flip side of it, they said they're going to leave essentially that bypass open, feeding extra air at the same time. So this makes 640 horsepower. Is what they said. 600 foot-pounds of torque.
Will the e-boost fit my 3.6? CGT.
So again, we can try.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically an electric mower.
It's gonna be $5,000.
It's just a kind of a leaf blower.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's just a really juiced up leaf blower. I mean, there was that like electric turbo company that like Curtis McFarlane was messing around with like, years ago. So it's kind of a continuation of that. But like, I don't think many companies have tried something like this, and it's kind of funny seeing it come from Dodge, the company that's.
Well, so on the flip side, it is in F1 racing, so they do have the electric boost creators on the Hurricane.
Ain't that what that DRS is or something?
Something like
that. I don't watch F1.
Yeah, so it's one of those that it's cool to see, right? And what I'm seeing is this is something that can be added on to a vehicle.
Yeah.
So this might be part of like a direct connection upgrade in the future.
Right. They might do it for the 6-packs or something. But kind of like what Air Ryan Texas is saying, I have 2 high output Hurricane powered vehicles. The turbo lag's never been an issue.
Yeah.
I haven't really noticed it either. Even like on the 6-pack, like your Grand Wagoneer, immediate. That thing lit up. The RHO, didn't even notice it.
Well, I can tell you this. So, I had the 392 Grand Wagoneer, and then we had the high output Hurricane Grand Wagoneer. You do feel a difference on that initial smack, but it's just so smooth on the delivery that, it's
Is the juice worth the squeeze? It's like it's coming from Dodge. It's an electrical thing. Like,
right. Yeah.
I do like the Brembos, and I love that SRT is able to make Jeep concepts again, which is showing that we have interest in giving a high performance SUV again.
And again, they've mentioned the Brembo in the front, but not in the back. But again, this is stages, right?
Those look amazing. Are those just 6-pack
Those
wheels?
look like 6-pack wheels.
I think those are
it's the same look.
Yeah.
The same look pattern. So absolutely is what it is. So I mean that. I gotta say, obviously we're diehard Dodge here. We've done this before. We reviewed right after they did a reveal last year. Even for the 6-pack was a lot better. It was live. Tim was talking. They were doing donuts and stuff. So the fact that this is kind of how they did the Super B, which is a step
They made
up.
an announcement for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Multiple videos, like those were exciting. They were kind of leading up to what we
get
saw.
ready. So I'm like, oh my God, like this is like something new. Maybe it's, different turbos or no,
Yeah, I mean, obviously the big rumors of 1,000 horsepower this, 1,100 horsepower that, and
a 5.2.
they don't even give it the justice of having anybody ask questions or talking about it. You know what I mean?
No, or like highlighting like, oh yeah, on this, we busted butt to make sure that this, rear wheel drive on the fly system is safe and can be abused. And
Yeah.
he said, no, it's just rear wheel drive on the fly. Can I do it on red line? Can I just be banging first gear and hit it? And
I'm sure there's going to be some safety.
there shouldn't be.
But you know what this tells me?
The TKs
Can do it.
Yeah.
So that means I'm going to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do know.
Yeah, because that means that they literally had to have someone
Right.
sliding 5,000 RPM rear wheel drive and then just engage all the
I bet you it's going to require traction control.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I mean?
stupid.
Because I don't think they're going to want it to be when it's utilizing traction and grip and then disengaging. So I bet you it's going to rely on wheel speed being equal.
It shouldn't. We should be able to
But
break it.
he's going to watch him run into the door. Bam. So, yeah. Go in the other door.
And into the Magnum. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm literally at a point where I just need a lift. I have everything.
Guys,
I have everything.
the customer cars come first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, shoot, the shop car we had to do, the other shop's shop car was done on the floor because it was taken up. So, yeah, I mean, so again, obviously, the big two announcements in the past 2 days are going to be more related to what.
Baby.
So it's all these people that modified the Hurricane, which is awesome,
Mhm.
right? We've been talking about it. We're based on what we do as a business and what we try to do. We're street cars before race cars, right? So we're trying to modify our Hurricane in a way that somebody could say to us and we can do a race shot. I get it. There's other ways to do it, which have been proven. You can get standalones. You can do transmission swaps. You can do piggyback. A combination of all of them into one. So we're seeing the benefit of single turbo kits out there. They've made 1,000 wheel horsepower out of a Hurricane. That's bone stock, as we've said.
Yep.
So basically, they're just doing what we wanted to do. It's just we weren't given $20,000 to do it or a car. So we invest our own time and money into it. So,
I get why they choose who they do, because the whole idea behind it is to get publicity, get people who otherwise aren't maybe excited in the Hurricane excited into it. So giving a car to someone that has 500,000 subs, it makes sense, but at the same time, it does hurt a little bit.
yeah,
We've been big proponents of this since it came out. And everyone's like, "Oh, these are horrible. They're never going to work. They're not going to make power." And
there's a place for them.
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying. And I get it. We compare a lot to the Hellcat because that's been the holy, the pinnacle.
I mean, it's been a performance standpoint for everything, not just Dodge. The Mustang guys are like, "Oh yeah, I beat a Hellcat." Honda guys are, "Oh yeah, my Turbo B beat a Hellcat." So like that has been kind of the standpoint for performance for.
Yeah.
I mean, since 2015.
2015. So 2014, they
Yeah.
revealed in 2014.
10 years.
So, yeah.
11.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Wait.
11, 12. 12 years.
2026.
Yeah. 11 to 12 years that, like he's saying, and from a performance standpoint, anytime a new, force-induced Ford is put out, it was originally the Hellcat, right? The same thing with, Chevy. Oh, they're competing with that. Oh, it doesn't make as much, but it's lighter.
Right.
And then sadly, in 22, when the 23 model year was the last of it, guess what? It became Ford and Chevy battling each other. So us Dodge guys were waiting to compete in that horsepower battle, and that, and it does. I get it. It does require and would only make a lot of people happy if it was V8 equipped. Would I love to see Dodge come out and have a V8 twin turbo? I'm telling you, take the Demon 170 long block and just twin turbo it.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just telling you. If you need an intake, let me know. So,
because then you can make your, the 93 setup a little.
Yeah, and I think, it's cool seeing the Rumblebees, right? Yeah. So I think that's part of where the disappointment, with this reveal has come into play because they did it. We know why they do it with the Rams because of the regulations with the trucks are a little more lax, right? But even on that, they're kind of giving us a taste and trying. They revealed the direct connection. You can buy a Whipple for basically $11,000 for the 5.7, the 6.4, and the Hellcat powered.
Wait, but if you can buy a Whipple through the dealer, that would mean that the truck has to be tuned.
Right.
Which would mean that P1400 code that stops everyone from tuning their brand new vehicles would already be on there, and the dealership would be aware. Wait a minute.
So,
fascinating.
Yeah. And they're not even out yet. I can tell you right now, we don't have the ability to tune the new computers. We know that. So yeah, it's not one of those where we're ready for, but it's there.
Yeah.
So it's 11 grand, not including installation.
No.
We don't know what else might come with it. The way dealers are going to charge for it, they're probably going to say it's going to take 40 hours to install it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I get it. You get a 3-year warranty with it by doing it through a dealer.
You have to take a cab off for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but again, going back to that's what we get with the Rumblebee. They revealed it. You get the 5.7, the 6.4, and the Hellcat powered is back, making 777. The TRX making all that horsepower. The Durango Hellcat hasn't gotten the uptick of the power, but it's still there. So the SUV trucks are getting the V8s. And even still in the SUV and the car platform, nothing yet. So a little bit, like I said, not only on the presentation itself, but we're going to get monetized by like all these ads and stuff. So we'll leave that up there. It's one of those. It's going to be interesting to see if they have anything else. So this whole thing with the roadkill nights too, with these 6-packs. So they're going to be racing tomorrow, but I guess it's a multi-stage event. So they're going to go to other racetracks and do it. So my understanding is there's going to be like drag racing, there's going to be road course. So it's not just straight line for it all. And they're trying to spread it out. So does that mean in the end of it, there's going to be another announcement, or might be dragging it out?
The other thing they might be doing is because this is the first time they're having these cars do multiple different styles of events, they might be announcing different things at these events. Like we've already seen a drag mode in a 6-pack at the drag race. So they're like, hey, we finally have the software patch, yada, yada, drag mode's out. And then at the road course event, they're like, hey, we have this road course car. We're announcing it now at this road course event because everyone's thinking road course today. That'd be cool. I don't think they will. I'm over optimistic, but
I don't know what to expect. Like you said, we're sitting here. We changed our live time, expecting there to be some big grandiose.
These ads.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, who wants Josh?
Yeah, what is that?
It's wine.
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah,
so,
crunk off that Josh.
I mean, I can't believe that's all they had.
Are we doing? If this weekend is good, if Dodge is good to us and they smile down upon us, are we going to do a special Monday live stream? Stop the presses. Oh my God, there's a 5.2 twin turbo V8.
I mean, yeah, we'll do another. If there's any like massive announcement where they're surprising us.
If they come up with a V8, yes,
yeah,
we're doing that.
Yeah, but I mean,
Jeremy's waking me up at 7 a.m. Sunday to do a live stream.
Yeah, I mean,
he's coming to my house.
No, I can do it. We have the ability to do
you guys, bro. Actually, just sent Matt.
So why would anybody go to your house?
To wake me up.
No, it's fine. Okay. I have my way. Don't worry.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean that's it. So I guess in this past week we've had the Rumblebees are getting the direct connection.
Yeah, 5.7
lower. So they get the 5.7, 6.4 and the Hellcat.
Yeah.
For 11,000.
Prices of the.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. Yeah. Yeah,
it's up there. If anyone wants to, donate a Rumblebee. Yeah,
Rumblebee pricing was. We can do it again, obviously, because it just, sadly wasn't what we thought. But
no,
let me see if I can pull it up.
I mean, this Rumblebee, I definitely feel is more of a street truck than like the old Rumblebees were, because that was kind of just like bumper and some body work. But
yeah, so I mean. There's the base pricing for the Rumblebee. So the 5.7 Rumblebee starts at, we'll say, just under 63. The 6.4 starts just under 73.
Yeah.
They do have the track pack for the 392, which basically turns it into the Hellcat powered, except it just says 392. So it gets the suspension, the body, all the electronic goodies, everything like that. It's just a 392 equipped one. And then the SRT version is just under 98.
Jeez.
So I haven't seen like a list of any type of like packages, like upgrades, interior or anything. So I don't know if it's even going to go up higher. But
130 grand, baby.
Well, like I said, when hoping for the price of these coming out, I really was hoping they were going to be even 10 grand less than what they came out.
Right.
I think it would have opened up the
like
doors to a lot more.
85 for the Hellcat powered one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking.
Yeah, I think that's and like I said, if you think of the 5.7, if we were sitting at around 50 grand for that, I think it aligns with a lot of what's out there.
I mean, to be fair, like what does like a nicely optioned 5.0 F-150 go for?
I mean, they're 60, 70, 80.
Right. So 62 for a 5.7. Yes, I know it's a 5.7, but it gives you all the sports stuff.
I
can kind of see it. You know, I can kind of see it.
Yeah, like I said, I was hoping it was more along the Durango Hellcat pricing, right? Where they came out really, in my opinion, aggressive with it, right? So you can pick up a 5.7 Durango Hellcat for.
I was thinking about it. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
at that price, I might as well finance a new car and just get one.
Yeah, I mean, even the Durango,
I get
the
you.
Hellcat version of the Durangos dropped significantly. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You can get them in the 80s. So I was really hoping to see Ram in the same ballpark. I think it opens up the door for a lot more potential buyers.
Yes.
So I just think they're I get it why people are going to pay it. People are going to buy it. And as many, that's where they got to battle it. So
Yeah.
I did see, somebody state the reason why we're seeing Dodges higher in price is because they're trying to pay off the fines they had from the EPA and all that. So I do understand and get that, but if you go back through the history of Dodge, Ford, and GM when they price out new vehicles,
Dodge has always been pricey.
they've always
I
been
mean,
a little more.
The OG SRT8s,
Right.
They were up there.
Right.
They were up there.
Yeah,
They were not a cheap car to get.
Right. Well, I was looking at like the Trailblazer
Yeah.
SS and then the Jeep SRT8 at the time in the mid 2000s, and the Jeeps were way
I mean,
higher.
hell, the
So-
sticker on my Magnum was 30
Right.
in 2005.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't even have TVs in it.
I mean, yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, so they've always been on the pricier side of things.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's the price of the Rumblebees there. So that's part of it. And then, like I said, you add 11 grand on plus labor, and you have, you bump it up that horsepower. I think they said that Hellcat powered one goes to 900. The
Yeah.
392 one went to 600. I think it was. Or no, 700, and then the 5.7 was 600 is what it was, somewhere around there. But anyways, that's pretty cool. They're going to do that, and you get a 3-year warranty. So we'll see how
Yeah.
that plays out. See what the cost ends up being. And I think that's still pretty cool that they're really pushing for modification, and that is cool. So hopefully that's going to transition in the car side of things. But
Do you think, considering how quickly that direct connection packages and all that came out for these vehicles, do you think that there was any internal redesigns to any of the motors whatsoever?
no, they said it's not.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they literally said the exact same.
Oh,
Yeah, so they even said, like in the Rumblebee for the 392, it's not even the truck version. They went to the Apache version, which is the car version.
Oh,
So I'm curious to see a piston on one of those.
that's what
to
I'm saying.
see what they might have done for that, because an engineer looking at it knows. So for them to be comfortable throwing, 6 pounds of boost that
Right.
from the factory with the warranty, I have a
Right.
feeling they might have changed the gap or the piston a little bit. But wait and see.
Yeah.
So I am not buying one at the prices of what they're at. Maybe I'll wait a couple of years for them to drop, but
They need to have purple. They got purple.
yeah,
Yeah.
that wouldn't change me. But that would be a great tow vehicle for Jeff.
I was just about
That'd be a beautiful tow vehicle to
Yep.
Jeff on that one. So so we have that announcement. The Rumblebees are getting blowers as an option. We have the Grand Cherokee SRT with the
Concept.
640 horsepower Hurricane. So it's still weird that they revealed that the day before the 600 horsepower Super B, which we just talked about.
Yeah.
I find that kind of interesting that they did that. So
Kind of a letdown. a little bit. I was really, really excited about this. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, Brembo's cool, but like we literally, it's not even like something new. You know what I mean? The electric charger already had Brembos. If it didn't, I would be a lot more excited. I'd be like, oh my God, they have rear knuckles, or they have a Brembo that fits the current knuckle.
Right.
And haha, Brembos, and in 20 years I'm gonna go, but no, they didn't.
Right.
The rear spoiler looks exactly the same. It literally, it's a front bumper, maybe different RPM, maybe different boost, maybe different timing. Rear Brembos and gloss black wheels.
most powerful, a little better pictures on it. So I think they definitely did change the picture.
Front bumper's definitely
changed it.
different.
It looks like it's pinched a little more even.
It kinda does.
Brought back in.
It
So
kind of does maybe like accent the wide body.
right.
That also might just be like the color because we're so used to black.
Yeah. Launch control, report how you drive. That's all there.
Did we have that before?
Yeah.
The camera.
Performance brakes approved. Yeah. And then dual valve, same as what it is now. So spoiler, dark exhaust tips. I have that too.
Sucker Punch, Diamond Black, and Sandy. So there's a color we haven't seen. It's probably silver.
Yeah. Sucker punch. You think?
It's gonna be silver.
It's a Super B though. It's a Super
It's gonna
B.
be silver.
So it's
Oh, it's just 2 to 4.
this is great because I love the 4-door better.
Yeah.
2
To the 4-door.
It just breaks it up better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do think this color helps the two-door a lot, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the color's not bad. I'm not mad at the color at all. But
Yeah, same rear spoiler, looks like the same rear bumper.
interior, yeah, seats look the same. It's just different
they are.
material, stitching. I mean, that's it. That's all I have for the interior.
Cool.
So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the more disappointing.
yeah, I'm gonna clock out and cry after this.
Yeah, I need a 15-minute break.
They even make the mirrors look better. The mirrors are still chunkier than, they look like Euro spec Mustang mirrors. Like there's great visibility when driving, but when you look at the mirrors, they're just so bulbous.
Well, that's what they're
horrible.
went for. You know what I mean?
They shouldn't have. They should have gone for something better.
Yeah, I think it looks like did they get rid of the vent?
No.
Backwards.
Maybe, but it looks like there's still definitely a vent. I don't know. If
Maybe,
bad.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's a super
Hard to
D.
tell.
Maybe it says, get scammed, idiot.
I like the wheels. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, the wheels do a good.
Yeah, I do like the
Give them a
wheels.
little zoom in. Give them a little zoom. I also noticed in none of the promo vids do they show a glass top.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
I like
zoom on the grill. I wonder if that's different. No. Yeah, it kind of does because it looks like it has a little bit.
Is there a light going across the whole thing?
No, but it looks like it has a little bit by the.
Yeah, the light doesn't go across the whole thing anymore.
Yeah, so that's a different.
It's a whole different front fascia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of the LED going across.
That looks good. I like that.
It's not bad. I'm not hating on it. I'm curious to see what the cost will be. What do you think the cost is going to be?
Larger turbochargers. So they don't.
Oh, they did change it.
They literally don't even mention.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It
Okay.
could just be compared to the SO version. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So we did find a little bit piece in there. It does say larger turbochargers. So interesting.
The ADHD.
Yeah, moving around. People are slowing down.
People are
walking.
Well,
yeah.
That's yeah. We have a car.
Mid 2027.
Why is it taking so long to paint a car yellow? Why is it taking so long to paint a car yellow and put Brembos? You all have to paint the Brembos.
Got to paint the Brembos. Yes. Well, it's a different hood. Stop zooming in.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see if I can.
You can do this later. It doesn't look like the rear spoiler's a little.
No.
A little taller.
Maybe.
Where'd my car go? I don't know.
They stole it.
But doesn't look like the upticks more. Like this is almost longer and upticks there.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Do you think these are going to get stolen finally? Do you think they finally gave them a reason to get stolen? No.
They don't steal it because they say super.
I don't know.
Because they had a Hellcat.
Yeah. Well, no, they took 5 stones, man.
On X.
That's what I'm so scared about my 300. I'm scared someone's gonna think it's like a 6.1 and steal it, and then get in, see 160, be like, ah, shit. Well, I already took it.
Yeah. So, man.
Visceral, and that's what we need. Noise in theater. I love my SRT. Had many. I appreciate the Hurricane, but it's not gonna work for me. It's not for everyone, man. You know what I mean? Different strokes for different folks. I'm a big fan of it. I like it a lot. I like how smooth it is, but
So again, it's
not for everyone.
You got to look at the industry. So what I find interesting is Tim's like, oh, there's no market for a muscle truck, and then he comes out with 3. You know what I mean? So the fact is, everybody's screaming, we want a V8, we want this, we want that. And my question is, how many of those people are actually going to buy them?
Right.
Because
it's going to be 80.
And that's why I think they're putting so much focus into this Hurricane and utilizing it for the future because one, it's turbo from the factory, and the ability, as we have proven, to increase horsepower is very easy.
As well as emissions compliance. It's something that has already been emissions compliant that will continue to be longer than the V8s. And the company's got to think long term. Changing administrations, all that, they can't be like, cool, we have a motor that's fun for 2 years. And we've sunk 500 million into development, and now we can't do it.
Right. Yeah. For what it is, it's overbuilt for like an OEM thing. It can take abuse. And the thing about turbos, when you're driving down the road, they don't use as much fuel as a supercharged big V8.
Yeah.
That's the way that it goes. So when you look at we talk about, the Rumblebee, the 5.7, the 6.4, and the Hellcat version. Ready? I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but if I were to do a Hurricane swap on the 392 version, guess what? It's going to be faster.
Yeah.
It's going to outperform. It's going to get better fuel economy.
Yeah.
and it's lighter, so it's going to
Yep.
brake and handle better. So it's hard to argue from a performance standpoint for majority of those that are going to be driving. If we look at driving down the road and you just start naming off the engines and what's inside vehicles that you pass by every day, yes, we're performance based, and that's what we're trying to get out of it. But the truth is, for anybody that just needs a car,
Mhm.
these engines are great.
Every
I mean,
Chevy Blazer
so-
you pass is a 3-cylinder.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's going more and more towards that line of efficiency because that's what's being required out of it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Back in the day, every single, sedan and SUV was a V6.
Right.
3.6, 4.0, whatever, getting 13 to the gallon. That kind of can't exist anymore,
Right.
unfortunately. So they're getting away from that.
Yeah.
And they're going to these turbo,
When it's the majority.
Yeah.
You have to look at the majority. They sold way more 5.7 392 equipped vehicles than they did the Hellcat.
Yeah.
So, we know the Copperhead's coming out, and I think that's going to be the one that they use for that V8 performance,
Yeah.
right? I genuinely think they're going to keep the Charger as it is right now. I don't think you're going to.
I don't think we're getting a V8.
I saw somebody say they were going to do a Hellcat equipped Charger. I don't think that's the case. I think the confusion is I hope I'm wrong. I do.
Yeah.
Trust me, I do hope that I'm wrong, but I really think they're going to preserve it for either a different vehicle or they're going to, use it in the Copperhead.
Mhm.
And I think this kind of proves that they're not giving up or slowing down with the Hurricane. I mean, Roadkill Nights is all Hurricanes.
Yeah.
The two big reveals they had in the past couple days, Hurricanes. And they're going to continue to try to push it. And, this is the same movement Ford did back when they released the EcoBoost, right?
Mhm.
Because as soon as they came out in the F-150s, everybody's like, oh my gosh, why did they get rid of the V8?
Right.
V6 twin turbo is horrible. And then they put it in their Explorer.
In the Raptor.
And then the Raptor, even they switched from the 6.2 V8 over to this. And now it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, yes, there's the Coyote and they still have that. I understand. And there's going to be a variant like that for Dodge as well. But from a normal consumer standpoint, they sell more EcoBoosts now than they do the V8 versions. Why? They outperform, they outtow,
I think I just killed the 2.7.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because they have the 3.0, 3.5 and, improving upon that. But it just kind of shows you that right now we are waiting for SRT to release more SRT vehicles. And
Yeah.
that's where we're sitting here comparing this stuff from now, 4 going on 5 years ago. That's what we have to work with, So the truth is Hurricanes are for the 5.7 392 crowd. And I get it doesn't sound the same. I get it. It's missing 2 cylinders on paper, but you can't argue with the fact this setup outperforms those setups. Does it make more horsepower and torque than a Hellcat powered vehicle? It absolutely does not. You know what I mean? Can you modify it to get there? Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. Just like you can modify a 5.7 and a 6.4 to do the same thing. So it's just they are focusing now on the majority because they're trying to fix their business. And they didn't do it the best of ways. I'm
No.
disappointed again in this reveal.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can even call it with a YouTube video. So, sad. What?
What if the Copperhead's an any Miata? It's pretty bad.
Stop
It could be.
You
It
and me out.
could be. They're coming out with one.
I'm gonna backhand you with
What if?
off camera.
What
I'm
if?
kidding. I don't abuse my employees.
What if? Stellantis has already kind of had that partnership with Alpha.
Well, they did say it's gonna be smaller.
Yeah, because
I don't think it's gonna be that small. I don't think Dodge would.
they won't. Well, the Dodge Colt, but that was Mitsubishi.
I think I'm more excited about GLH. Just with everything they have in place and
Yeah.
everything, I think any type of feedback or announcement on that, I think is more of what for this type of crowd and what to expect. I think that's how they should have done the Hurricane, in my opinion, instead of the Turbo.
Smaller import-esque, whatever you want to call it, scene. Just
Right.
make it a proper hatchback. Make it a proper hatchback. Don't make it an SUV. Don't
Right.
give us a Hornet.
Right.
Make it a proper hatchback.
What happened to my phone?
Omni S.
Are we
I
still
don't
there?
know.
I don't
Yeah, sorry.
know.
The GLH, if based off my own preconceived ideas of what it is going to be, is like a car that I'm like, I might actually get that.
Yeah.
If it actually is a
Yeah.
hatchback,
Well,
Yeah.
my understanding is they're taking,
just give us a manual, please.
they're giving more of the Hornet and then turning into like a performance vehicle, right? Kind of a hot hatch style,
Give us
lowered.
the manual.
So that, you're not getting it.
I know.
You're absolutely not getting it.
No, I know.
I can tell you that right now. They're not going to do it because they're more prone to breaking stuff. When people say, "Oh, turbos are less reliable," yeah, when you're pegging things off of a rev limiter and you misshift and down, downshift instead of upshift, that's how that type of stuff blows up.
So I'll put a turbo timer in my stock GLH.
Go for it. Yeah. I don't even know if the kids here know what a turbo timer is. So, talk about dating ourselves. Holy cow.
I'm not out.
What?
Yeah, quarter century.
So,
Put in the grave already.
yeah, right. So, yeah, I think that's going to be more of that's an appropriate what people would expect for a Hurricane, right? A inline, twin turbo 6-cylinder, all-wheel drive, little hot head.
Yeah.
Sub 4,000 pounds.
Yeah. That's
Right? If it's closer to 35, but even if it's, high threes, right? Like,
well, it's like, I saw one last night, the Audi SQ5.
right.
It's kind of like a Hornet-sized vehicle.
Right.
It was lowered, it's their performance version. Now it's like, I would own one. I kind of like that. I would own one. It's not a Dodge.
Right.
The
So,
GLH is.
yeah. So what I think, honestly, out of the Hurricane equip, though, that's the one. That's the one that I think really Dodge should focus on and stream it. The truth is, I do think that if Dodge would come out and say, "Hey, we're just putting the 5.7 392 into the current Charger," people would buy it.
People go crazy.
I think people
100%.
would. But it's those that are performance focused. It's those that are truly just like I'm a old school V8 guy, and that's what I want. They don't care if it's slower; they more the sound. We got guys that throw intakes exhaust on; they just want it to sound better, but still have that. So I do think they would sell more of them, and the hate for the look and stuff would kind of slowly go away.
100%.
Now that the aftermarket industry is finally coming out with more springs.
The hate for the car went away significantly when the gas version came out. They were still hating.
No, it didn't go away.
I mean, like on the body. I haven't seen it as much on the internet.
I see it all the time on our well, because you're in the shop and not in the comment section anymore. So every video we get, oh, it's ugly, it's ugly. I actually think it looks great. I mean, it's really, it's not the prettiest or most gorgeous car out there, but what they were going for, they achieved.
It ain't no Pontiac gas tech.
It's not. No. So I do, like I said, the Super B fascia I do like better. I do think it gave it a nice twist for more modern.
Yeah.
Where the profile, you really get a good idea of that old school Charger, but the front does look better.
It's a lot more aggressive.
Yeah. So
I don't know how much that's going to be from the dealer.
Yeah. Comes in black. Hopefully it's the same black.
Hey, wait, yeah, that's a great point. When they paint it.
Hopefully, if it's the same black. So we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and say I am going to anticipate a 10 grand markup for the Super B.
Yep.
And I don't think you're going to have an option for the seats and all the stuff like that. So it's going to be 10 grand on top of like a loaded one.
Yeah.
So you're going to be in the 80s.
Oh, 100%.
My guess for a Super B.
100%.
And honestly, if that's the case, I'm not buying one.
No,
I'm not. I would rather just buy the bumper and buy the brakes and swap it on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't see it being. I don't see it being 70.
Yeah, it's. I don't. No, I don't. I don't
They
think
put Brembos on it. They're going to be taxing.
I mean, go back to like the Daytonas and all that. They were all
right. I mean, like the King Daytona Hellcat. It was literally stickers.
Right.
It was literally stickers. This one at least is faster.
We'll see on the bigger turbos. We'll see if they're referencing compared to the standard output or if it's literally bigger than the high output. So little information now. Disappointing for sure.
This is like really mean. It seems like it was something that was put together by an intern that like really wasn't all there. That they just
right now, seeing the way they did it was very rough.
Just like bigger turbos. Like, if they actually are bigger turbos and they're bigger than the high output, that should be a huge focus point. But it should be twin 55s, this, that, and the other.
Right.
They didn't even mention that. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of in your train of thought where they're bigger than the standard output. But it says bigger turbos give 50 more horsepower.
Who knows? Bigger than what? We'll see.
Who knows? Disappointing with your lack of information, Doug.
Because the other thing too is we've proven, and even last year they've proven like you don't need bigger.
No.
So why would you go down that road? And
I mean, what was it? 813 on that Motec on the stock turbos. Yeah.
I mean, with the to get to an extra 50 horsepower, I think was only 3 pounds of boosting.
Yeah.
So having the ability to tune it with a little more timing and BBT settings and stuff like that, you can get an extra 50 horsepower, very minuscule out of what's there. So
maybe it is bigger turbos for a different model they're coming out with, where they're like, we're going to put it out and see how these turbos do in the real world, and then actually, who knows? You know what I mean? Because like the BGE motor, that was kind of one of those where they were like, I'll put it in a truck, see what happens. So like, okay, it works. Let's put this in a car and more power. But
I don't know. I don't know. So sad. I mean, we're hoping that this might be a shorter live. We don't have a lot of
Yeah. Hopefully
interaction or questions because I think look, we have 37 people watching right now.
we do.
Holy cow, that's
Whoa.
accurate. Look at that. From YouTube.
One
Cool.
on Facebook. Thank you, Brandon. Hold it on the fort over
Wow,
there,
that's
man.
crazy. If that's accurate.
Yeah.
So so more people here. We did have the 1 minute YouTube video.
I do think if this weekend is good to us, that we're gonna want a do a little Monday if it's good to us. I don't think seeing how this came out, I'm not really as optimistic as I was going into this weekend.
Yeah, I mean it is one of those that this weekend at Roadkill Nights, unless they have a secret reveal of something we don't know.
Yeah.
The racing they do, there's no time slips or anything, so it's a lot of noise and stuff like that. So it's not like we can sit there and compare time slips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's drifting, there's cool things. It's a blast. It is a fun, and people should go. It's a great event, but
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I don't think they're, they have much to expect.
This kind of just put a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I mean,
They made an announcement video for it. Get ready, and they have a countdown timer and all that. You really expect it to be something. This is literally just like a lunar edition of the TRX.
Right. I mean, I'm talking to the wife like, oh, we might go buy another vehicle. It's like, nope, not happening. I mean,
You're just gonna be an easy conversation coming home. Nope. I mean, it's already here. She already saw it.
She probably left too from disappointment. You know what I mean? If you're not high squishy.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're 34 viewers.
Yeah. I mean,
she left. Your daughters all left. They're all watching on their tablets. That's probably what the viewership is
That's
from.
probably what it is. Yeah, they probably got it. Yeah. But
Coca-Cola on one screen.
So what else happened this past week?
Well, do we want to talk about that thing?
I mean, we can talk about the Dyno Tune. We have their shop car on our dyno. So it is a 2024, so a Gen 4 Coyote Mustang. Shout out to Vortec. They sent us their very first, one of their very first public install kits.
Yep.
So we
dogs.
battled through that and got it on. And the first dyno pull made 715 to the wheels on pump gas. And it was not even 9 pounds of boost. So it's 8.7 peak pounds of boost, which is crazy.
Hence why the Magnum's for sale.
Yeah, I will say, because it was lower boost and it was the first tune, the timing was a little higher than what I would normally like to see, but the knock sensors weren't, it was actually adding timing. So for those that don't know, on the Coyotes, they do have a timing based on knock sensors, so it can add timing at the same time as pulling timing. So we had it enabled. I do limit it to 2 degrees of timing that can be added in, but it made 715 on pump gas.
715 on pump gas.
So
stock motor. We literally just put a Vortec on it.
I do have headers.
And headers.
I have long tube headers and a full 3-inch catback exhaust. So that is part of it, I'm pretty sure. But so I'm turning it down just because it is on pump gas. I know there's guys out there that are making crazy horsepower on pump gas with power headers and stuff like that.
We like safety.
Yeah. The other thing about it too is on stock fuel systems. So stock injectors, I didn't put any GT500 injectors, no ID1050 yet, no boost to pump. That is literally, we just put long tube headers and a Vortec V3 JT trim lower onto the car, and it just pumped out 715 on the very first pull. AFR was on the money, no knock, but I am going to reduce timing a little bit based on that. I was impressed. Yeah, I was not, I was not expecting that whatsoever. So
I was in the bathroom for it. I just heard a really quick pull. I came out and everyone shot.
It's a quicker pull in 5th gear because that's where we did our NA pull. So I was impressed with that.
Can I take it to lunch?
No, I gotta tune it, man.
Well, I can straight.
What?
I can, get a login.
This is my first Gen 4. That's why we bought it. So it's our first Gen 4 that we put boost into. So that we're tuning. We've done a ton of rouches and whipples and everything like that. So this is our first that we're actually tuning with this matter. That's why we bought it, to learn. So it is different than the Gen 3s. It's kind of a hybrid of the F-150 system and the Gen 3. So it's unique. It's interesting, but we already, like I said, made 715. So going to make sure she drives good. Transmission is happy. So no oil pump gears yet. Again, we just wanted to see where we were at. So that's why I'm turning it down as well. We will be doing oil pump gears.
So the race car, brother.
Race car. So I got called out by some NA 392 Charger. So
you did?
Yeah.
Loser.
It's a high compression one too, I hear. So
Nice.
He's picking up on Friday next week.
Oh, he
so,
is?
Yeah.
Let's go go-karting.
Go.
Yeah.
What else happened this last week? I wasn't here last week.
yeah.
We
No live.
Yeah, we no live. We surprised our daughters and took them on the end of the summer hurrah. Can you believe school's back in session already?
Dude, it's crazy. Hopefully the housing market gets nicer.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's crazy how fast it goes by. I know
Yeah.
it seems like they're starting earlier and earlier, and I know of people I've seen that their kids in other states are even starting before ours. So
Yeah.
But they start school next week Thursday, so it's kind of just a 1.5 day little
Fun trip.
bash at a water park. So sorry we weren't here last week for that, but
Yeah.
not sorry at the same time.
It was just me. If it's just me running the live stream, it's not going to be good. So, I mean, it depends on what it's like, but
Yeah, it's a little strange, right?
yeah. Nothing of quality, really. It's just kind of slap.
Yeah. Some, I guess, positive news on the CNC front. Dave has stepped up drastically, and we are in the process of cutting a valve cover. A lot we learned.
Yep.
A lot we
I want
learned.
dibs on that one.
So I know you. It's yours. It's fine. So I mean, we're approaching, for those that haven't been aware, 11 going on 12 weeks now of the CNCs not being operable. So for any machine shop or anybody that's been around that knows that is rough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're excited about that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Optimism is back, baby.
optimism is.
What else? There's something else crazy that happened.
What happened?
What happened? You looking at me like I know.
Oh, I don't know. Don't remember. Anything in the automotive world? Anybody got any questions? Could you, should use, or anything that there and the other? Anything about the new reveal, Hurricane or V8 or not?
Volvo said no more LiDAR in Europe. Those big old bulbous things that had LiDAR scans on top of cars that would destroy your phone camera if you took a picture of it because they're lasers. They got rid of it. They're just not offering it anymore. And then Volvo said, "Oh, if your car has one, too bad. We don't have a panel to get rid of it. So you just have this huge bulbous lump on top of your car." Very cool, Volvo.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I can't believe that's all they did.
That's literally it. That's literally it. Bigger turbos, not a mention of it in the reveal video. Oh,
That's the reveal video from 40 minutes ago. So yeah, nothing new.
go thumbs down it. Leave a negative comment.
No, dude, there's still a business working hard. I don't leave negative comments. People are working hard out there. So yeah,
That's kind of it. Ain't nothing too much.
sadly, there's nothing more in regards to reveals or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, nothing too crazy. I guess we truck out there. Fuel system was. I guess that's when we can talk about that. We have to send the injectors out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was
So,
a.
Could you, should you?
If I had my phone, Wade sent me a could you, should you at 12:12 in the morning.
Go get your.
I don't know where it is.
Oh my God.
Give me 2 minutes.
Could you, should you? So since we have 50, if it's true, 50 people watching, we do this every week, every Friday, usually at 12:30 Central Time. We did a little earlier because Dodge had a reveal that ended up being kind of sad. So they revealed the Super B 600 horsepower Hurricane, but we do answer questions in one of the little things we do is called a could you, should you. So you ask, could you or should you do something? So could you run rubber fuel lines when installing a fuel system? Generally, you see people swapping fuel systems for like a return style or a pulse width modulated, very high flow feed system. Should you run rubber, just basic fuel lines if running ethanol? The answer to that is no, you should not. So sadly, I actually have 2 vehicles on my property now. I think the other one left. We had 3, but we have 2 in which other shops built the vehicles. We're going through some diagnostic troubleshooting steps, figuring out certain things that were assembled wrong, and knowing these customers were going to run ethanol-based fuels, they still use just generic rubber fuel lines. So when ethanol is, I mean, one, if PTFE, Teflon coated lines are an option, you should run them, even with pump gas. It's just a stronger line. Normal rubber line actually can see, fumes through it. They do deteriorate over time. So we actually use PTFE on everything regardless, even if E85 is not going to be used, just to kind of help prevent that. But part of what happens is the ethanol actually eats away at the rubber, so it actually swells up and then it does fall apart. So this particular vehicle came to us not running, and we did a bunch of stuff. Figured out they removed the starter relay because the starter was fried. Header wasn't installed all the way, so it literally was moving. So we had to fix that, but there were leaks, so we had to replace it. Intake leaks, a ton of issues mechanically wrong with it. Got it up and running, and then had a weird bank-to-bank variance that took us a bit to figure out why. Well, after running it, I said, you know what, let's swap the injectors side to side and see how that happens. When my tech pulled it out and emptied out the gas that was in it, rubber dumped all over everything. So, CJ, somebody's here. We're around outside. So we dumped it out, and there was rubber, little pieces of rubber broken down inside the injector. Now, part of the problem with that is there's a screen.
Okay.
Okay. No. We're going to need it for the day. So we got to test to make sure the sound goes away. Yeah, so the inside the screen where fuel goes through, it gets stuck in there. So even when we tried putting it through our cleaner, we couldn't get it out. So we did send them off to Injector Dynamics, and yeah, we're waiting to see how that goes. But yeah, the rubber fuel line will break down, and then because it was a return style fuel system, it actually sent it back into the fuel tank as well. So
I had to drain that out, clean her out real good, slosh her around, put some new fresh gas in, slosh it, found more.
yes.
Don't want it getting up in those pickups, clogging mats.
So yeah, you got to be careful there. Also, the fuel filter, that was actually the big one in there, that has to be replaced.
Yeah.
Probably the fuel filter on the bottom of the pump. So it takes everything out with it.
Yeah.
That's just a no. So could you run rubber fuel line if ethanol is involved? No, absolutely not. Okay. Do not do it. So we have a question here. We'll pull this up. All right. What turbo do we recommend to slap on a 5.7 single cab Ram? So here's how turbo selection works. There's a lot of variables that go into play. You need to know motor specs, compression, cam profile, horsepower goals, what fuel's being used, location of the turbo, turbo kit, size, piping, everything like that. Will determine what type of turbo range to be in, and then you also have to kind of go through all of those measurements and things to verify. Okay. So
You just announced along with Motor Trend that the Grand Cherokee SRT 2028 with a V8
I will look that up because they
Motor Trend.
start. There's been rumors of it, but as of yesterday, there was nothing with that. So I don't see.
Motor Trend. There.
But yeah, so in regards to the turbo, I would say it depends on the horsepower number. It's expected.
Oh, is this one live?
Expected. No, it's not. So, yeah, so Jose, fuel type, location of the turbo. Smallest I would go is about a 72 mil. If you're not looking for any big crazy horsepower or anything like that. And then, on the big end, you could go up to an 88 depending on, what you want to do. So there's a lot of variables in it. Most common of what we would throw on is going to be like a 74 to 76 millimeter range turbo. It gives you a good rough of where you can go, but still not sacrifice a lot of, lag or anything like that based on the load and everything along those lines. So, yeah, so, whoa. Get your fingers off my computer. You did break it. So, to confirm what was announced.
I didn't see it saying like I actually announced.
No, here.
It just shows like.
Yeah, we're going to show that up on the screen. Jeep announced along with Motor Trend that Grand Cherokee SRT with a V8. So they did not actually announce that. It's all speculation. So if we go over to Motor Trend where they have it, this is the article they just released. It says here, Jeep's quickest SUV is expected to return Hellcat power and a modernized platform. So it's not and if you go through the article and read it, that there is no
Official announcement.
Yeah. It's literally them speculating. Okay. So, it hasn't been, there's no confirmation on it. It's literally them assuming based on the fact it literally says here because of the Rumblebee, because of the Durango Hellcat still being around, they're stating that it's expected. This is not confirmed. Doesn't mean they are.
They're just saying that with everything happening right now, it's a logical,
Yeah, and this,
it'll probably happen.
this
but
has been going on for
Yeah.
the last couple of months, at least in the Dodge community. People are like, it's going to happen. You see that, and then you dive in and they go, well, it makes sense that it would
I
based
mean,
on what they're saying.
we've been, hearing, oh, there's a Barracuda coming for the past 20
Right.
years because, oh, well, they had a Challenger and a Charger, so they're gonna have a Barracuda because nope.
Yeah. So they did not actually confirm. Jeep did not confirm that. It's all speculation. So yeah, it's one of those that in the scheme they said by 2030 they did say there's an SRT version of the Grand Cherokee. There's an SRT version of the Grand Wagoneer even. Now there could be multiple stages where they have the SRT like the 392 back in the day, and then the SRT Hellcat. So there might be, but there's nothing 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
This is all AI render. This is not anything confirmed when it comes to that. We want it. Trust me. I do want the Trackhawk to come back or Grand Cherokee V8 to come back, but it's not there. They pulled the 5.7 V8 and put a Hurricane in the place of it, basically. So we will see, though. So do we plan on getting the Rumblebee? We said earlier, we do not plan on getting the Rumblebee purely from a pricing standpoint. So there it is. Yeah, it's one of those of what we use. We know how to modify the 5.7s. We know how to modify the 392, 6.4. We know how to modify the Hellcat. So the engines are not new. The drivetrains are not new in regards to transmissions and capabilities. So no, there's no reason for R&D for us to get that. We have plenty of customers ready. I know that are excited about it, that are going to be coming back. We saw you, Dan. So we have no need for it. I'm not about to go out and spend, $100,000 on a Hellcat equipped vehicle when we already know the capability. I did the first years for, all the red eyes, the Hellcats, the TRX, and everything like that. It's the exact same thing. So, yeah, it's no need for it, and it doesn't fit any of the points that I have. If it was a crew cab, I might have a better chance of trying to get one, but the fact that it's not, it's an extended cab kind of hurts with my large family. I'd like to be able to put my 3 girls in the back and like a dog at the same time, but I can't do that. So sadly, not for us, but I know we will be modifying them like crazy. So, and yes, I agree 100% that Tim K needs to come and help us.
Save us.
Yeah,
Save us.
yeah, we really need to. Yeah, like I said, very disappointing on the reveal that came out today. So hopefully he's got something hidden and surprise for us. So somebody asked, what do you think of the direction action kits for the Rumblebees, especially boosting the 6.4 to 700? So we did talk about it briefly a little bit ago. We boost them all the time. It's pretty cool to see an OEM manufacturer really pushing for, modification and everything. For $11,000, you get the everything you need supposedly, and then you install it. So you have to pay for labor on top of it. We're curious to see what type of adjustments or changes they made to the 392 platform to handle the boost reliably enough to where they're going to offer a warranty on it. So I just think it's cool. Now, I have a feeling that, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, how those warranties turn out. You know what I mean? 700 at the, it's going to be very detuned, I can tell you that much. The way the factory calibrations are still has to be EPA based, so it's going to be detuned. But yeah, I think it's cool. We boost them all the time, so I think it's awesome that they're pushing for it. We'll be able to do it cheaper most likely because I can tell but we'll obviously offer packages for them as well. So yeah, that's what I think. It's cool. I think it's cool. I'm going to skip over that other one here.
Quick question: Cat 6 or the JB4 for the RHO? Which one and why?
For those that don't know, for the Hurricane equipped vehicles, these are called piggyback systems, or essentially you plug them in, they plug into your sensors, and then they help alter boost settings for you, essentially. So we personally have a JB4 on our vehicle. I've had it on 3 total vehicles.
3?
Yeah, I didn't have it on the Wagoneer.
Oh,
Yeah, they didn't have it. It wasn't available for the platform.
Kia, RHO, and
The RHO and the 2. Oh, 4. Yeah, I had it on my Kia too. So I've been on 4 vehicles. Yeah. So I like JB4 because I like the Team Burger tuning. Berger Motorsports. They helped us out. We helped them with the development of the product on the RHO and the six pack. I mean, the data, one of the dyno sheets on their website is actually my dyno that they use. So I'm a big fan of that. I don't have much experience with the Cat 6 because everything I've done is JB4. So I can tell you what the JB4 offers. Constant support in regards to constantly improving and updating their maps. So they have firmware and software updates constantly over the air. Data logging on it's very cool. The map selection is very easy to use. They do offer what's called the Map 6 setting, where you can modify your own boost curve yourself, where Cat 6 does not offer that. So our particular vehicles, because we like to play around, has our own mapping on it compared to the base maps. So, and they're continuing to come out with stuff. So they have, for example, on the standard output setups, they have essentially a flex fuel integration where you can buy a system where it installs a single injector because the standard outputs don't have adequate fuel system for E85 fuel. So you can put it on and then you can run E85 and it auto blends and adjusts things based on that device there. And like you said, they're constantly expanding to grow the platform. So we have some beta features on ours that are going to be available to the public in the near future that will even make it one step further than what the Cat 6 offers. The Cat 6 is plug and play, here you go, this is what you have, and then you're good to go. Where the JB4 is constantly growing, expanding, and allowing for a little more advancement and customization. So we have on our shelves, and we sell mainly the JB4. I have not sold a Cat 6 once I talk to people, and, that's where, we go with ours. So, and this just shows you, you get different opinions. You got Hurricane is awesome from a engineering and performance standpoint, absolutely. And then you got other comments that we want to be a muscle.
Yeah,
we get both sides of that. You know what I mean? It's one of those that I say in the moment you put a stock Hurricane dyno next to a 392 dyno. Which one's going to make more horsepower, more torque? The Hurricane does, and you can't argue that. So it doesn't sound the same? Absolutely not. Is it slower? Yes. Does it underperform? Yes. Does it technically get worse fuel economy? Yeah, technically it does. But it's it to each their own, as we like to say. I personally own a V8. I personally own a Hurricane.
we haven't had any issues with the Hurricanes either.
beat the piss out of mine.
Yeah.
I have no issues. And like I said, it's taking my fourth vehicle with a Hurricane. And
Because I remember when they first came out, there were issues, but that's natural for anything, especially something that new for Dodge. And once they kind of got that settled, I'm not seeing issues.
Well, and a lot of the issues, it's not the actual engine.
No,
It's nothing. It's not
No.
the turbos, not the engine.
No.
It's a lot of
It's what's
electrical
around
issues. Yeah. What up, Rex? So,
yeah.
we want
We want motor, we want live V8, we don't want Hurricane. Who's we?
You-
So I
you
want
do.
I want a Hurricane, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I have people that don't care because they just want performance. It's to each their own,
Yeah.
like we said. I mean, you can make it. Our inline 6 is very loud. And you're going to hear it because if you're in your 392, it's going to be behind me.
Mhm.
I mean, it's it's the facts. I mean, I have a 392 Charger. That set a record with it. So, you know what I mean? We are just performance enthusiasts. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is.
I wouldn't.
There's a difference. And, if you go back through the history, when the Grand National came out, this is kind of the same wave of what happened.
Mhm. And now
People
look
hated it, right? People hated it. Same thing, V8 to the end. Why would you do that?
Doesn't sound like that.
Right. Why does it sound like that? And it actually outperformed the Corvettes. That's
Yeah.
why they actually stopped making it, because it actually did better than the Corvettes at the
Right.
time. So, you fast forward now, look what people are willing to do and pay for a Grand National. So it's different. We get it,
Right.
man. And I will never say that this car sounds better than my 392 did with our big old
Mhm.
choppy cam in it. But I also can't argue that it was, in full weight form would be slower.
Yeah.
So,
It makes a lot of sense. Like for a guy like me, I have the Magnum, you know what I mean? I have my fun V8 car, but I really, the six pack worked for what I want. There's great aftermarket, potential that it has, but it also still gets really good gas mileage. So, I'm doing long drives. Okay. I'm getting great gas mileage where my 300 gets 15.
Yeah.
And then, all-wheel drive for the winter. It makes sense to me.
And everybody's, some people are out for the sound, that's fine. Some people are out for the look, some people are out for the performance. And that's the beautiful thing of the automotive community. I mean, you know, if we look at other manufacturers that have 6 cylinders, whether it's a V or an inline,
Yeah.
right? You have the GTR. You know what I mean? I mean, they sound good, but some
Yeah.
people don't agree, and they'd rather have a V8. But those things are rowdy,
Yeah.
right? You look
The
at
Supras, the
the modern
BMWs.
Supras, the
I mean, the
BMWs.
BMWs since pretty much the beginning of time have been inline sixes, and
Yeah.
forever people have been throwing turbos on them and making stupid power, and then they came factory turbo, and then they made stupid power.
They also have V8.
They also have V8,
you know. So
but-
again,
yeah.
they have a variety of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
So
E39 M5 is
Yeah.
the best car ever made,
right.
bar none.
Not true.
Fact.
No. Anyway, so somebody said, in your opinion, do we think we'll see more aftermarket activity after roadkill nights, or do we think it's still too early for the 6-pack? So I don't think this is going to change anything. The big issue we have right now with the 6-pack and the Hurricane is tuning. So from a aftermarket standpoint, there's 2 things you're going to need from companies that produce products for a vehicle. Is 1, is there a crowd that's going to buy those items? And 2, is there a support system to allow, these products to work? So, hi Squishy, if you're still watching, I don't know what number that is, but I'm still going to say hi. Hi Squishy. So we support it, and there's a lot we have pending that we can't use until we can actually tune the vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, I get it. If I really wanted to, I could throw a standalone on it like these guys did at Roadkill Nights and really start to push it, but that's not what I'm in development for, and that's not what my business is for. I'm here for the solution to the normal customer that is going to drive the car 99% on the street and wants improved performance without the sacrifice to reliability. So I can't do a lot until I can physically tune the car. So that's what I'm waiting on to implement all of the new changes that I want to make to my particular vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So I do know brands are working on it. So like I had the RHO before there was anything available, and they're developing it. So it is in the process, and they're kind of gauging to see, okay, are people actually going to buy it? Is it actually starting to show up in places? So will Roadkill hopefully bring some attention to it? I think so. And it's one of those that, I don't know. It's really up to the crowd. The one thing I would tell anybody that's going to criticize the Hurricane or the current vehicle is drive it first.
Yeah.
If you get in it, you drive it, and you still dislike it in the same manner, then that's
With an
fine.
open mind.
With an open mind.
Don't go in and be like, I'm going to drive this,
I will tell
TLF. And
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, you get in it, and it's not going to sound the same. I'll
No.
tell you that right now. But if you're just looking for a vehicle to drive as an option, as a daily driver that still can be fun and have performance, go give it a shot.
I like everything about the current Charger better than the outgoing one, besides the sound. That's
Yeah.
literally it. The handling, impeccable.
Right.
How the interior feels, it actually feels like it's worth the price tag that you're paying.
Yeah.
Like it's a nice place to be.
Yeah.
Go drive one.
So, and no, I'm not. I've never said the word investment because I'm going to tell you, buying a car is a horrible investment.
Especially a brand new one.
Yes, a brand new one. It's the worst thing that you can do. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not an investment.
Unless you get like stupid lucky with an LFA, but these are Dodges.
So this is what I'm trying to say. If you listen, is all you're focusing on is the sound. That's literally all that has come out of any statement you've made is the sound. Let's say if you have a 392 or 57, it gets told and you have to go buy a new car. You're going to go buy a new car. Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a good investment. Number one, if I said it's a good investment, I don't talk investment.
No.
I'll be honest, cars is probably one of the worst investments you can have unless you're buying something that's already a ton of money that you're going to sit on. So what this is an option for people. And I deal with people on a daily basis that own 57, 392s, Hellcats, and this, that, and the other. I am seeing more and more people, after they drive the vehicle, understand what we're trying to say. We are going to continue to develop and push the 5.7 platform, the 6.4 platform, and the Hellcat platform. We still make things on our CNC machines for it. But at the same time, there are going to be thousands and thousands of people that are going to have the standard output and high output or Hurricane-equipped vehicles because guess what? If Dodge is going to continue pushing it and that's what they come out with in their vehicles, we're going to want to support it. So that's where we're at. Because if you do look at other manufacturers, it's one of those that you might not be a Dodge customer after this if they don't offer V8s, but there's going to be other customers that we are going to support it for. So it's not an investment. They will never do that. Yeah. So and that's great. Keep what you have. You have a 392 Chrysler 300 and a Challenger 392. That's awesome. I have one as well. But sometimes you want a newer vehicle because things happen. The other thing too, to give you something to kind of consider, I have a handful of 6.1 equipped vehicles in my parking lot, a couple 5.7s that are 2010 and prior. Guess what? You can't buy parts for them anymore.
No, ABS module for a 2009 Challenger SRT8. You can't get it. You cannot get a brand new OEM unit.
We have somebody here with a failed tip-in on a 2009 as well.
Yep,
They don't make it in
the harness.
So I get it. We will continue to support all of the platforms because this is what we do for a living. But it is one of those things that in the future, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you can't, you're at that point, I mean, look what a 392 is going to be 10 years.
What's going to happen when they don't
20, 30 years old?
Okay. Yes.
Well, that's it, right? So it's the now, and from a performance and business standpoint, we have to support the now and the prior as much as we possibly can. So I'm not telling anybody it's an investment. I'm not telling anybody that it's a better car for you. I will give the facts of owning, building, and tuning all of what I have. That don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it and give it a chance for a daily driven vehicle. I'm not going to tell you to buy this vehicle to go out and try and set records with it and run 8s or anything like that. I've never said that, but when 90% of the people out there are like, I personally wouldn't want to drive my 392 Chrysler 300 or wide body Challenger when there's 4 or 5 inches of snow out there.
I'd rather drive the 6-pack in the snow than my 300.
Exactly. So it allows me to.
And it's all-wheel drive.
Right. Or when it's raining out real bad, it's all-wheel drive. So it has some pretty neat features. So I mean, I tune friggin' V6 Chargers, Challengers all the time. So it's just different, different opinions to each their own. It's just different. And the 6-cylinder hasn't not been around for a while. It's the only option. It's getting a lot of attention in the wrong way. So, but yeah. So, we talked about this already. So, Chris, if you missed it, we did one dyno pull before we went on to this live. And she made 715 wheel on pump gas with stock injectors.
Good luck, brother.
So I did not expect that. The timing's a little higher than I'd like it. It wasn't knocking. Knock sensors were happy. So technically I could run that. But So I'm ready, bro, if you're ready. I mean, gotta throw some weight in the back of it, but that's it. Let's see.
Let's throw that in there.
Let's see, here's the thing. A statement like this, we can't please everybody. You're right, we can't. But what we try to do is give solutions for everybody. So that's the thing, is we still have our solutions for our 5.7, 392 Hellcat guys. So we're going to continue the solutions for the other, because guess what? If you're a customer supporting us and you have a Hurricane, I'm going to have a solution. If you have a 392, we have the solution. That's the beauty of what we do. So what's up, dog?
You found my phone.
I want to say slanderous things about a company that makes parts.
Don't do that. Not on the air.
No.
On the Hurricane HO, have you had temp shooting up almost 3/4 running? Oh yeah. So that's one of those in one of our videos in the past. We actually stripped my 6-pack, and I thought I was going to go and run 10s in this thing on my big boost setting.
Big moose.
My big boost setting that I had from Map 6. Thinking we stripped out how much? I forgot how much was it. 300 pounds. It's like 320 pounds on the dot. We stripped out of it weight wise. So I'm like, all right. What I did 1140 in before, I'm going to go run that. It should be 11.1, 11.0, maybe a 1090. Well, when we were originally running our 1130, 1140, it was much cooler out. And this was a 80, 90 degree day. So when I was on, I would, let's say this, it's above map 4. The boost setting I was running was above map 4. The temperatures were crazy. I mean, just crazy. And then I actually went down to my map 2 setting, and I ran the same time that I did on my map 6 setting before, just because it did way less, so it went faster, but my temps didn't get as high. So it is one of those that a air to water intercooler setup is great. for the boost setting they had from factory. But once you're adding, setting 3 and setting 4, you're adding 5-6 pounds of boost to the OEM settings. That's a lot of extra heat that's being produced. Not only is the air itself hotter, but the turbos are spinning that much faster. So yes, it absolutely will impact the temperatures across the board. And without any type of fan settings or lower thermostat settings, you can expect your coolant and your oil coolant and oil temperatures to get pretty high there on some poles. Now the good news is they do cool down quickly. So I did 14 back-to-back pulls where I did a quarter-mile hit and then drove this circle and then did a quarter-mile hit. And I was able to get my temperatures down every time just by a quick little drive. So they do drop rapidly, but yes, it is not uncommon. Once you are not only making an extra 100+ horsepower, you're spinning the turbos faster and the air is just hotter. So,
If Dodge popped a V8 in the new Charger, think about the uproar of all the people who bought a last call Hemi Charger. Think about what already happened with the Durango, like twice.
Well, what I find funny is the uproar of these last call editions. So the last call was not for the Hemi Charger. The last call was for the body style, or the generation they call it. And same thing with the Durango. Understand that every year manufacturers are faced with restrictions and limitations, and because of where they're at engineering wise, they can't produce the vehicle because every year those regulations are getting more and more strict. So unless they jumped up with those regulations and match them, they can't produce the vehicle. They're actually restricted by governments by doing that. So what happened with the Durangos is after they're talking, bam, the standards got raised. So like, oh, okay. And they tweaked some tuning settings and changed their cats. And then, okay, wow, we got it within the threshold so we can release it again. And then all of a sudden, the EPA and the regulations now are scratched so they can bring it back. So it never was a last call Hemi Charger. It was the last call of that generation, that body style, just like they did with the Durangos. And they brought the Durango back twice, and they said it was going to be the last time, but the regulations changed, allowing it to happen. So I'm sorry. It's one of those things, guys. Like, Dodge will keep making it as long as they can. They were just told, hey, you can't do it. And then things change, and they go, okay, you can. So what? They're just supposed to not continue producing something that somebody wanted because they labeled something as the last call. I don't think there will be an uproar because it's a completely different vehicle. Nothing is the same other than the fact that it would use the same engine. I mean, the interior is different, the suspension is different, the lug pattern is different, the body obviously is different. There's nothing the same. So, I mean, they already brought the V8 back in the Ram. So what's the difference if they bring it back in that just because it's called the Charger? I get where people with the Durangos because they literally look the same, but when it's a completely different vehicle, it's same thing with the people that bought the jailbreaks thinking they were getting something special when it was really just a appearance.
You can do whatever color you want. So if you want,
I get it, but again, you're saying people would be upset. Well, I have somebody sitting here saying the only way they'll buy it is if it has a V8. Where he's upset they don't have a V8. Like somebody else said, you can't please everybody. It's just the way that it goes. So, what's the most exciting thing coming to market for any manufacturer you guys are waiting to get your hands on?
Hope. Optimism, joy.
Optimism. You know what I mean? Mine is honestly
the GLH.
I'm a tuner, right? So mine is all tuning capability. So, Dodge Focus, since that's what Satera Tuning is honestly, I'm anxious in wanting to tune not only the new GPEC 5 computer that's in the Hellcat powered vehicles, but also the Hurricane, just because from when you're a tuner and you're tuning the same thing over and over again, we do like to learn and like to grow. And sometimes tuning other engine styles and types allows us to see other things differently and implement that back. So for me personally, I want to tune a factory computed Hurricane. I've tuned it on a Motec standalone. So I know the capabilities and the potential. I do really and thoroughly enjoy and like to prove what OEM vehicles are capable of with these type of tweaks. So for me, that's what I'm really anxious and hoping to do. I want to tune both the new computers and see how they respond. And, from that, the other one that would be kind of fun for me would be, I would like to get so I had a C8 vet and I got rid of it. So now that they have tuning of that, I would love to tune the transmission on one and see what we can do with that. That would be kind of fun since HP Tuners released some tuning on the dual clutch transmissions. So that would be cool for me to get my hands on. I'd love to get a ZR1.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'd be a ZR1.
that's Z06.
Well, just to tune a ZR1, I would love to see how hard it is and the complexity of it. So my butt's getting kicked on this Gen 4 Coyote, so that's enough for me right now.
Dude, the E-rays are so pretty.
E-rays,
at the Corvette Museum, it was like an all red on red E-ray with the chrome 5 spokes, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Where can I watch the live stream?
So
Whatever you're doing right now.
So I think it means the live stream of the reveal. So our live streams, as you can see, are on Facebook and YouTube, both at our YouTube and on our Facebook. There was no live stream like we thought there was going to be of the new Super B reveal. They literally just posted a 1-minute YouTube.
Yeah.
So we have it over here. I'll pull it up on the other screen. So they literally
they changed their logo.
They changed their logo now. They literally just
changed their logo for a trim package.
Yeah. So they literally just made a 1-minute video of the reveal of the Super B, and essentially it's just 50 more horsepower and a trim package.
And they claim bigger turbo, but they don't have anything about it.
Yeah, no
maybe
details.
they're actually bigger, maybe they're just
Yeah.
bigger than the standard
So
output.
that's where you can find it. You would go to Dodge YouTube, and it's right now up there, right in the smack dab middle of their thing. So, yeah, again, very disappointing. Now we're getting the questions flowing. Cool.
Do you think a V8 option would lower the Hurricane hate in the Charger, or is it just people always going to despise it due to the way they stop the Hemis?
I think, my opinion, we've talked about this before too. I think Dodge just did a horrible job at implementation and marketing of this new platform. So, yeah, I don't know if they're saving the Charger. I do think that if the Hurricane came out like in the GLH we talked about, I think that's going to open up people's eyes to the capability. I think it's because of the, they tried to make it look like the old Charger. So when anybody thinks Charger, they think massive V8 sticking out of the hood, big old blower, and then going back to even the most recent years with the Charger and what it was, wide body, big, loud, and everything. And then this is what they came out with. So I don't think the hate for the Hurricane will ever go away because there is that crowd of people that just don't like anything but V8s. And regardless of the fact that there's other manufacturers and brands and even the current Dodge setup that has proven the capability, I don't think it's going to change. Now, do I think more people would buy the Charger? I do. I do think more people would start to open up their mind and see it. And I think what it honestly would also do is show people the potential and capability of the Hurricane, because if you go drive like a 392 equipped version of this and then the Hurricane, you're going to notice the difference. I did it. You can do it now, the Grand Wagoneers. Go find a 2022 Grand Wagoneer with the 392 and drive it, and then jump in the same trim 23 with the Hurricane. You notice right out of the gate the differences of performance, response, and everything. So, yeah, I think the Charger is probably too tainted for saving. I don't even think it will recover if they put a V8 in it, honestly. I think the vision of EV, because that's what they did first, and
because there are people that still think it's an EV.
Right. A ton of people.
Yeah.
I get it all the time when I'm driving. Oh, is that the EV version? No, it's not. And then, they're like, oh, cool, what is it? And then it's not a V8. So it's like first EV, first inline twin turbo. I do think the Hurricane would have gotten less hate if they came out with a V8 version.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if they just had a 5.7 version of it and then they put the Hurricane, I do think that would have countered it.
Yeah.
So, the EV stinks. Oh, here's a 5.7 version. Yay, V8 the world. And then they did a Hurricane. I think it would have caused less hate towards the Hurricane.
They should just do a 5.7. They should just do a 5.7 to appease the V8 guys, put it on a chassis dyno, and then make.
That's what they did with the Ram. That's literally what they did with the Ram.
Yeah.
They're like, bring the V8 back. The regulations changed, so they put the 5.7 in it, and then, that's where they did it. So I think that's the only way that the Hurricane hate would have been reversed.
And it's crazy because on the post where they're announcing the V8s and the Rams, everyone's going crazy like it's the greatest gift to humanity, and they're literally 20-year-old motors.
Yeah,
everyone's already had.
Yeah. going back to the question about the high temps, about higher maps with the JB4s or anything we can upgrade to help with the temps. Sadly, the only thing
Water wetter.
no, I was going to say water meth injection would be the only thing you could really do. I'm hoping, and with my fingers crossed, that we will have a AC chiller system available for it soon. IC chiller, let's go. Because it is air to water, so it has coolant running through the intercooler. So if I can use the air conditioning to cool it like they do on the Red Eyes and the Hellcat platform that we implemented it, that would help tremendously. So that's what I'm hoping for here in the near future, because that will allow for more consistent power. You don't need it to be 30, 40 degrees out to, have those cooler air charge temps. So that's what I'm hoping for the time being. But as of right now, until we get tuning, you can't adjust fan settings, can't put a lower thermostat in, you can't do any of those things. It's not going to help. So sadly, we're there. I also have tried intake systems to see if that would help. Factory airbox, our aftermarket one we have that we're still perfecting with the airbox, it's the same on all of them. So it's just one of the downsides of added horsepower, spinning turbo faster, and an air to water intercooler. So, and if you try to go to an air to air intercooler, it might help, but the air to water cooler they have is actually pretty good. It's actually very good. It just needs a little help as we add power. So I think that's part of the reason they also had to increase airflow 30% on the new one.
Is for the cooling.
For the cooling, for the more consistency. Because one of the things they said is in stock form on a 100-degree day, you can beat the crap out of it and get the same performance. And it's true. But again, when you're adding 6 pounds of boost, 130 horsepower plus, it's not
they added power, so probably seeing the same issues that we have found.
Correct. So, and that's probably one reason they went to bigger turbo, so it's more efficient boost.
Right.
So they might not raise the boost level too much, but it's running the same boost, just being
Bigger
more
turbo,
efficient.
yeah.
So we'll see. So
what do you think they would have gone to if they actually did bigger turbos? Like what size?
what do you mean, 58?
58?
Yeah,
58?
158 is what I
And
mean.
they're probably just going to run those then on their copperhead or whatever the heck they're
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this is going back to the one about the Trackhawk coming back or the V8 coming back in the Grand Cherokee. It's all speculation. It's literally what it is. It's people guessing. So we'll see.
What is the highest stock high output Hurricane power numbers on 93 octane with just a tune? Just a tune, no part swaps.
So again, there's no tuning, so we have to use the piggyback systems. Before we put all of this stuff on mine. So here's the thing. This is what I'm going to say is I have Catalyst mids, our 3.5-inch single, 3.5-inch single piped catback, and our air filter on it. I made 610 wheel horsepower, and I did it on an E30 blend mixture. The E30 blend mixture was purely for a safety thing. It's just to make sure there's a little higher octane in it. The rest of the parts are purely to improve how it sounds. So, so that's kind of more of what the thing people need to understand with the factory computer. Me changing the parts that I did on mine didn't make more horsepower because of the parts that I put on it. The problem is these factory computers have a desired airflow and torque they're trying to target, and us doing a piggyback system that doesn't know what it's doing, it doesn't know any of those changes are happening. Okay, so what the problem is you run into a limiting factor. So I am comfortable saying that I probably could make 610 wheel horsepower on a temperature controlled day with 93 pump gas in it without putting all the parts on it that I have. 600, 610 is where I found the limiting factor of the factory computer because of the nannies that are in place. We made 585, I think it was, on ours, both our RHO and on our 580 to 590 is what we have made on both our RHO and our 6-packs. Bone stock with 93 and just, playing with the JB4. So I am comfortable saying if I can get actual tuning, I will be able to make mid to high 600s on pump gas. So a lot of what we see is cat over temp protection is crazy on these things. Being a direct injection motor, it runs very fat AFRs. I also know BBT and timing is just very conservative too. So I know once I get full tuning on it and what I've done on the Motec settings, that 650, maybe even 700 wheel is a number that we are going to see once we can get actual tuning. But you're talking mid to high 500s on 93 without detonation with good 93. So, and this here, good luck feeding the feral children that are away on a week
Bless
before
up.
school. So, I think it'd be cool to have a Satera customer meet, whether that's a private event track or to an event. It would be a lot of fun seeing all the cars lurking around.
Oh, thanks for
I mean-
offering. Yeah, we'll host it at your house.
Yeah,
Sure.
anyway, it's been on our property knows we don't have a lot of extra space.
No.
So meets here and stuff like that just aren't feasible. We've held private track events and things like that, so it's up to people to attend. So we do try to do that. I'm hopeful to still get one this year, but we are busy. And, it does make it difficult sometimes for that, but I'm not opposed. It would be fun. The awful exhaust note. I get it doesn't help. I will say we did help it by putting like I said, we did. The catless mids isn't needed, so I do state that we just tried it. Plus, I do know that these things aren't happy eating cats up, so I didn't want to destroy my cats. But if you do a single cat back or a proper X pipe on it, they do sound significantly better. You can look up a 2JZ that's proper single exhaust, the modern BMWs, the modern Supras, and you can see how they sound in comparison. It's not a V8. I totally understand it's not going to sound like it, but it can sound halfway decent for what it is. And the modifications we did on ours makes it sound significantly better than OEM. It would probably be even better if I put the cat back on it just to muffle it a little bit, but have that smooth tone to it. So, but yeah, it's not going to sound like a V8. That's what we're saying. So.
Have y'all seen the new pictures of the all-new 29 Dodge Copperhead? And on some part, the Copperhead is giving Corvette. They're not official for the most part. It's either like artist renders or an AI rendering. So I'm taking everything with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Nothing's real yet.
Yeah, it's all AI or people modifying it on their own.
Until I see something like from Dodge, then I'll take some consideration to the design cues and language. But
yeah. So I think it's going to hopefully be a good looking car. I mean, they had engineers and designers that made the Vipers and everything. So hopefully they just, suck it up and get back to their roots and make an exotic looking car.
It's it's Prowler again.
Right now it's really just all speculation.
Mm-hmm.
It's, we know it's coming. So yeah, it's all speculation. So we will see. And Roadkill Nights is tomorrow.
Yes.
So they had their reveal, which was just a YouTube video revealing the Super B. And I think they're doing an event today where they're talking about the influencers and stuff like that later. But actual Roadkill Nights event is tomorrow. So not today. So that being said, I'm hungry.
Somehow this was 2 hours.
And we were about to get off under an hour, but we blew up with the questions. I appreciate the interaction.
10-15.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So again, if you're seeing this for the first time, we go live. Satera Tuning, we specialize Dodge performance, but we do go live every Friday around 12:30 Central Time, and we show what's going on around the shop. We answer questions, show projects. Sometimes we cover certain subjects somebody asks. So a lot of interaction. The more we have, the better for you guys. You'll find it on our Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate the time. One last thing. Do you think tonight or tomorrow there will be something big revealed? I don't.
No, not after this. Not after this reveal.
Yeah, not after this. Sadly, anything they've ever done, they've hinted at, and they tried doing it with this Super B, where they had a couple of little YouTube shorts come out and really tried to hint at it, and then it just kind of
fell apart.
So I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And we talked about it. If there's something big, I'm going to go to his house and wake him up, I guess, and then we'll do another one of these and discuss it. But everything now is speculation. Everything now is influencers trying to get clout and trying to get more follows and stuff. We're just discussing the officials of what we see, what's available. And I hope, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I agree with him. I think so. If you don't know what the influencers and the races they have, they're racing at Roadkill Nights tomorrow. And then there's a couple other race events at different tracks that they're going to. I have a feeling they're going to try to reveal different things at those. But I don't think there's anything happening tomorrow.
I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be at the drag strip. They're going to be like, hey, drag mode is back.
We got the software update.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm hopeful, but sadly, the way I'm seeing this stuff lead up, I don't think so. So fingers crossed. And like I said, if anything big happens, we'll have an emergency live at some point. So hit that
bell icon, that like button, and smash that subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you.